Go ahead and get the recording going. Sorry. So yeah, this is our 6th year participating in Amplify. Super, super excited. It's a 24-hour period of giving across the city. And we're just really, really honored to be a part of it each year. This year, our theme is all about friends, and point is the right thing, friendship. I don't know if you guys have seen the silly sitcom TV show. If you haven't, you should check it out. But we just really want to focus on those friendships that are built through our agency because of our amazing clients and our volunteers. It's just become quite a bit of a little family. And so that's the theme we're focusing on this year. And I want to go ahead and hand it over to Charlie. She's going to talk a little bit about why donate and why encourage your friends and family to donate too.
Thank you.
Hey, and can I make one request from Charlie?
Sure.
Since this is your first public debut with the organization, what about a little bio? Where'd you come from? Where are you going? What are you doing?
I love it. Yeah, I can definitely talk about myself. That is something I know a lot about. So yeah, so I'm the director of nonprofit and customer relations at I Live Here, I Give Here. So I work with all of the wonderful nonprofit organizations like Drive a Senior and 700 others that we engage year round to help them with their fundraising. And I took this role, like I said, I started 2 weeks ago, so it's a new job for me. But prior to that, I worked at an organization, a nonprofit here in Austin called Generation Serve, which works with youth and families and really strives to teach young children and well, actually kids of all ages about volunteerism and service and why it's important to be part of your community. And so I did that for many years as a program director. And before that, I was at Portland Parks and Recreation in Portland, Oregon for a long time, doing recreation coordinating work, and really enjoyed getting to work with people of all ages and put on programs for the community. And so really what I've been doing for my whole career is like connecting people to where they live and getting them inspired about being part of their community. And I really love that type of work. And so I Live Here, I Give Here is just even more of that. And I'm pretty excited about it. I've been in Austin since 2014 and just love this community. So yeah, and Amplify Austin's coming up, and that's what I'm here to talk about today. It's a program we've been doing for 10 years now. This is our 10th Amplify Austin, so kind of a big milestone for us. And at I Live Here, I Give Here, our vision is to envision a Central Texas where every community member is engaged in giving. So everyone has a hand in that and wants to express generosity through giving to our nonprofit community. So Amplify is our signature program. It's the thing I think we're most well known for. It's a 24-hour day of giving, like Morgan was saying. It's this year, it's March 2nd and 3rd. So it starts at 6 p.m. on March 2nd, runs until 6 p.m. on March 3rd. However, you can already start giving now. So we have an early giving period that we opened last week. And so some organizations are already raising money and working on building their campaigns up and spreading the word and encouraging people to donate. So that's part of it. But really the kind of celebration and everything that's happening is on that March 2nd and 3rd date or timeframe. This year, we're not trying to raise a monetary goal. We're actually trying to raise a donor goal. So we want 50,000 people to donate during Amplify Austin this year. That's our actual goal. It's 30% higher than last year. So we're really striving for that instead of a total financial contribution. And over the last 9 years, we've raised a cumulative $82 million for the Central Texas community. So nonprofits are able to jump in and raise with us and inspire people to give. And I'll definitely answer some questions if anyone has questions, but I'll tell you a little bit about why I Live Here, I Give Here, like the things we do to help all of our fellow nonprofits have successful donation campaigns during Amplify Austin. We raise a lot of sponsorships and matching funds. We have a fund we call the Amplify Fund, which is used for both a match, a pro rata match. So all organizations that participate get a piece of that at the end. And we use it for prizes to kind of inspire a little bit of friendly competition, to meet donor goals and to bring in matching gifts and that sort of thing. So we do all the work to try to get that fund as big as we can get it to support the nonprofits who are raising money through Amplify Austin. And then we also last year invested in a lot of new ads and a new initiative called Amplify Live, which is a live stream that happens during the 24 hours of Amplify Austin with like local celebrities and music. And we had 2 like original songs last year, and we share videos from all of the nonprofits who submit videos, short little clips to share their mission, share what they do. And we saw that last year that brought in specifically those 2 initiatives, or that initiative and the ads we invested in brought in 1.5 million additional in donations and 8,000 new donors. So we're doing it again this year, and hopefully we will have an even more successful event. So, you know, we're just really hoping that as Central Texas is growing so fast, and everyone knows that it's growing faster than we ever could have possibly imagined. And with that growth comes a lot of new challenges, and, you know, things like affordability and protecting our parks and making sure all of our citizens are cared for. And it's going to take a lot of work from all of the sectors. And we have a really robust, strong nonprofit sector here in Austin, and Amplify Austin really wants to support that and inspire people to invest. And so we ask, you know, the nonprofits to set up their pages and ask their communities to fundraise and set up their own page along with them to help raise that money and inspire people to donate. So that's what we're doing. I know that's a lot of information all at once if you're new to Amplify. So.
It's pretty incredible. Let me take a poll in this group. Raise your hand if you've ever heard of Amplify Austin.
Yeah, all right. That's
okay,
cool.
So we have a couple of newbies, which is fine because this is the opportunity for us to let them know all about this great work. And, you know, Amplify Austin is such a enormous undertaking, and we could never do it without I Live Here, I Give Here and your guys' hard work. That is awesome, and I appreciate it. How much was I Live Here, I Give Here able to raise last year in 2021? Do you know that by any chance?
You know, that would be a really good stat for me to just like know off the top of my head, but I don't. And I remember last year was kind of a, you know, the winter storm happened like a week before Amplify, and it really just kind of threw a wrench into like everything everyone was doing. But we ended up pivoting and raising specifically disaster relief funds for that. But I'd have to look that dollar amount up for you. It's in the millions. I mean,
it's in the million.
It's like probably, I don't know. I know a few years ago it was like 8 or 9. So
I think it was like 11. If my memory serves me incorrectly all the time, you guys, but I think it was 11 million-ish. That sounds
with maybe, hundreds of other nonprofits. Is it in the thousands yet, or is it hundreds?
Not quite. We're right around this year. We're close to like, I think 660 nonprofits that are raising money. And, you know, people have different goals, or each organization has different goals and strategies, and some raise hundreds of thousands, and that's their big push for the year. And some raise, you know, a couple thousand or whatever they are, their goal is.
Well, last year, I believe we raised a little bit over $27,000. So our goal was 20, and we blew it out of the water at 27, which was so exciting, especially because last year with the freeze and the vaccine rollout and all of these other things going on in the community, it really allowed Drive a Senior to have that buffer money to do some incredible work last year. In 2021, through our fundraising efforts across the board, including Amplify, we were able to launch our Spanish-speaking outreach program. We were able to deploy 100 emergency kits to the hands of seniors, and we're getting ready to do 600 more for the community. And I worked with Austin Public Health, and we got a dedicated phone line for vaccine access for all seniors in Austin. So it's fundraisers like this, and it's the community coming together that really allows Drive a Senior Austin, Texas to provide not just services, but high quality services that produce friendships, which is, you know, our theme. Our mission is rides, but our impact really is relationships and building community around neighbors, helping neighbors. So, you know, we're so grateful for I Live Here, I Give Here, Amplify Austin. Does anybody have any questions for Charlie? Because I think I jumped the gun on my part, Morgan. Sorry, I just started going off with all my excitement. Did anybody have any questions for Charlie?
Okay. That's all right. If you think of them later, you can email me. I'll send them to her. And you know, email's great. Communication. We got it. So I want to jump a little bit into peer-to-peer fundraising. That is something that we highly encourage clients, volunteers, anybody that's passionate about our mission to participate in, is the peer-to-peer fundraising. And Amplify and I Live Here, I Give Here, you guys make it super, super easy. You just go online and you basically are setting up your own fundraiser that benefits Drive Us in your Austin, Texas. So you can set your own fundraising goal. So if you want to try to raise $100 or $1,000, whatever it may be, and then you invite your friends and your family and just say, hey guys, this is the organization that I'm a client with, or I'm a volunteer for, and I'm passionate about it because fill in the blank. It would mean a lot to me if you could donate, you know, even $5 or $10, every dollar counts. That's something that we notice every year. I mean, the $5, $10 donations, they all add up. So getting your family and friends involved in something that you're passionate about and, you know, sharing with them the services that we provide, we're really hoping to amplify our impact. And that's the whole goal of the fundraiser. So if you're interested in being a peer-to-peer fundraiser and you have, you know, whether it's a book club or just, you know, you have tons of nieces and nephews, whatever it may be, you have a group of people you want to send out the link to, just let me know and I can help you get that set up. It's very, very user-friendly, the Amplify website. So I'm happy to walk you through it or just send you the link, whatever you prefer, but that is definitely a way to help and get involved this year.
And also with peer-to-peer, let me just interject there. If you prefer to have a mailer go out in the post, you can also email us a list of recipients and their addresses, and we can send a paper invite. We just we're sending out 1,000 Amplify invites tomorrow. And so we have the letters and the packets ready to send out in the mail. So if you have a list of people you would like to invite, you're more than welcome to email us or call us and we can get those in the mail for you as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great stuff. I hadn't even thought about that. Yes, we are here to help and help you help us. It's just what a team's all about. It's what friends are all about. So the other way to get involved, and a lot of you guys have already done this, is to send us in your stories. So stories about your friendship with a volunteer, or maybe something that happened out on the road that made you giggle, whatever it could be. I'm going to share just a couple now that we've gotten in. This is from Miss Paula R. I don't think I'm not going to say her last name, Paula R. She says, my volunteer, Maddie B, has been delivering groceries for me for some time. She is so spiritually filled with love and always brightens my day with her precious smile and even jokes. She is very accountable, and I'm so thankful for her and Drive a Senior for all the things you do for me. We have another from a client, Miss Magdalena R. She says, I receive phone calls from a sweet lady named Margene, and I have so appreciated getting to know her and sharing great conversations with her. She has become such a great friend, and I am grateful to have her around to help me when I need it. This is one from a volunteer, one of our longtime volunteers, Miss Selma. She called to let us know after giving a ride to one of our clients, Karen. She said that Karen was so full of gratitude for the ride and for our services, and it made Selma feel very, very special. She loved talking with Karen and loved her upbeat attitude about life, and it inspired Selma. She enjoyed the conversation they had and the connection they developed. Selma said she really learned something from her client, Karen, and hopes to get to know her more by picking up more rides for her in the future. So those are just a few examples. We've got way many more. Is that English, you guys? We have way more stories that have come in than just those 3, but I just wanted to share a few with you guys so we can really, sorry, I want to admit a couple people that are in the waiting room. Okay. So we can just share with you the impact, and I'm sure many of you guys know it for yourselves. So if you do have a story, something you want to share about how Drive a Senior or how a volunteer has impacted your life, you can send it in through email or through the mail. You can also call us and just tell us the story over the phone, and we'll make notes. But we just really want to hear from you guys, and we hope that that's a way that you want to participate. So were there any questions either from me or Stephanie or Charlie? Hi, Margene.
Hi.
It's
Sorry.
Margene.
Would you
That's
read
okay.
all of that?
No.
Well, the good thing is it's recorded, so you can go back and watch all the awesome stuff. And
Yeah.
as we're kind of winding down to the end here, I just wanted to say we are looking for a match donor, at least a $5,000 match donor. So the way that works is we'll find a donor who will match dollar for dollar up to a certain amount. And right now, any match donor over $5,000 will be added to our van wrap. We are relaunching our van program in February, and that company's logo will go on all 3 sides of our van. And it could be more than one logo too. So it doesn't have to just be one match donor. And it's proven, I think it's like there's 30% more donor success when you have a match donor. I know it's a mixed percentage, but the point is when you have a match donor, it actually increases your volume of donations. So if anybody has an idea, if you know someone who has a business, or you are connected to someone who has a business who might be interested in supporting the good work that Drive a Senior does, you can contact one of us. You can give us a call, and we can contact that person and give them more information on how to be our 2022 match donor for Amplify Austin.
Can I ask a question, please?
Absolutely.
If we donate, which I have before, how is it decided what the donation goes for?
So our donation goes to our general funding for our programs that are not, so a lot of our grants are restricted. We can only spend our grants on certain things. So we have restricted funding, and then we have unrestricted funding. And a lot of that goes straight to our client programs, like our Trail of Lights, our vaccine programs. We have to match, sometimes when we have to order cabs or Lyft rides, we have to match it by 50%. So these fundraisers all go towards the pieces of funding that we either have to match with outside donation or that our grants don't cover. But it all kind of goes into the same pool. So it's all relative to how it's spent.
Did that answer your question, Susan?
Sort of. I think I'm going to call and talk with somebody to get a better answer, please.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'd love to talk to you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, are there any other questions before we hop off? Anybody else? Well, I am super thankful for you guys joining us this morning. And we're just, like I said, I know I keep saying how excited I am, but I am very excited for Amplify this year. We have some really cool things happening, some really cool interviews and videos that we're going to be sharing with you guys from clients and volunteers. So we just be on the lookout for those. If you do have questions, you can always call us or email us. But other than that, that's pretty much a wrap up. And we're, again, just thank you for being here and for helping us get ready for Amplify.
And thank you, Charlie, for joining us. And
Yes.
we're so happy to have you on your first public appearance.
No, I'm honored.
We're special, guys.
All right, everybody, take care. We appreciate all of you joining us today.
Have an awesome week, guys.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you.